Hello everyone. Good to see you all. So I want to talk a bit about all the changes that came in patch 14.10. I just got home from vacation, so I'm a bit late on it. I apologize for that. But I tested a lot of things yesterday, and I've come up with two very solid runes and an item build that I want to kind of showcase and talk a bit about. And hopefully it will help all you lovely bard people out there to get back on track and get that elo you want to get into. If we start with the more normal rune page, a lot of things happened. They removed Ingenious Hunter, meaning that we are now no longer going into Domination 3 because Relentless Hunter also got nerfed, so I just simply don't feel like Domination is looking that insane right now. I might be wrong. This is a very early take on the patch, but I feel like I played enough games to already have a decent understanding. We know the classic rune over here, with Guardian, Font of Life, Conditioning, and Revitalize. The only thing that changed here is Font of Life, since it got updated. Instead of having that passive mark where they have to auto-attack whenever you immobilize or slow someone, it will heal you and the nearby ally for a decent amount of HP, but it's on a 20-second cooldown. The reason we go this, because it's not really that much of a healing. I think the old Font of Life healed a lot more. But the reason we go this is because it procs Helia. A bit of a spoiler for the item build, but Helia is back on track and definitely a very good item for Bard and likely support overall. So this is just a tool to get more Helia stacks out there. Now, when it came to the secondary page here, there's a lot of different things you can go. I opted into going Inspiration simply because I want to have Cosmic Insight, because I want the item haste. Because the best support item in the game is still gonna be Slay. You can go Bloodsong, and if you do opt into Bloodsong, you could do something like getting Transcendence, so you get more ability haste, and then you can do like Scorch or Water Walking if you want to roll more. But since we're playing Bard, I don't feel like we need more movement speed, and Scorch is so easy to proc because your passive proc Scorch as well, so it's just one auto attack and then Scorch gets applied, and it's actually quite a decent amount of damage in trading pattern like that. But I do think this is better, where you just get Cosmic Insight for the item and Summoner Haste, and then Cashback. Cashback is like, it's not insane, but you get around like 200 gold, 150 to 200 gold per item you're buying back, which accelerates your itemization by a decent amount. And there's simply no other good tool, right? You don't need a Biscuit Delivery because you don't need mana. Time 1 Tonic is like, you generally don't buy more than the 2 starter potions. Triple Tonic is something that you could opt into. Triple Tonic will give you 40 gold at level 3, right? And then some ability power at level 6 for a minute, and then you get that free skill level up. It's not the worst, and it's definitely the best in this row, but I do think Cashback just provides a bit more value. We don't want to go Hextech fast because when we're playing Bard, we don't need that gap closing thing. And delaying boots is probably one of the worst things you can ever do on Bard, right? So this is the way I see the rune page being. And the shards down here is classic. Attack speed, always the best up here. Then I opt in for scaling health here. And down here I opt for flat health into all in lanes. But you can also go for scaling health if it's a lane where you don't feel like you're in any immediate danger, so this can be flexed if you remember to do it. Now this is the classic rune page there, with a bit of a twist because we go Inspiration now over anything else. But the one I want to talk a lot about that I think might be very good. I have not tested nearly as much, but the games I did play it felt amazing. So First Strike was changed this patch from being a poke rune or whatever you want to call it, where a lot of the damage you did ended up giving you gold, while it only had a flat 5 gold every time you procced it, to now giving you 15 gold whenever you proc it, but giving you far less gold of the damage you dealt. Meaning that this was nerfed for everyone and buff for support, basically. So range supports can proc this quite easily, especially into lanes where it's quite easy to auto-attack them safely without you getting, well, striking first or whatever, right? On average, I think First Strike combined with Cashback will give you above 1000 gold a game, which is kind of cool. It doesn't sound like the most, but it really accelerates all the items and it allows you to kind of be a bit ahead of the curve, and you get your items a bit faster, which is amazing. Then you go Triple Tonic because, as we mentioned earlier, on the other one is just the best in the row. And you go Cosmic Insight because it's just the best in the row. And then you pair it with Resolve, where you go Conditioning and Font of Life. Font of Life again because of Helia. Again, the shards down here is gonna be the same things. Attack speed, scaling health, flat health, or scaling health, depending on the situation. So these are the 2 rune pages I've been testing with and had a very decent amount of success on both of them. So this is super cool. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment field, because I might have skipped over something or you're just curious about something. I'll be sure to check out everything. When we jump into items, there's really only one build in my head right now that I feel like is super efficient. We of course started off with support item and double potion. On the first reset, we always, or the second one, we always aim to either get swiftness boots, or if they have a lot of CC, we opt into merc boots. These, in my opinion, are the 2 best boots in the game right now. The new type of Moby boots are kind of cool with the empowered recall and the out of combat movement speed, but as long as we play Bard, I don't feel like we need out of combat movement speed because we get so much movement speed from our chimes. But were you to play any other support that likes roaming, Diana, Pike, whatever, then they might be able to be quite good, right? First item that we want to build towards is gonna be Helia. Helia was buffed by a very decent amount, honestly. Instead of 3 stacks, it's only 2 stacks, and the stacks provides a lot more healing, a lot more damage, like 75 healing, I believe, and 60 damage per stack. So each stack is 150 healing. Every proc is 150 healing and 120 damage. As when you play Bard, your auto attacking and your meep is a guaranteed 2 stacks. So just auto attacking will proc the Font of Life, which will instantly heal 150 and then do 120 damage. And then you have 2 charges of your W for another 150 healing and 120 damage times 2, right? And it's very easy to proc it. Then, if they have a lot of mixed damage and a lot of AoE damage, you can opt in to lock it. If they are not a lot of mixed damage and they have a lot of physical damage, I would always opt into Randu and secondary, because crit champions are just very strong right now, so anything that reduces that damage to you is really good. If you need a magic resist item, you can opt into Abyssal Mask. And then like a last item can be a lot of things. It can be the locket, it can be Knight's Vow could be an option. Like I'm just gonna put this down here as like flex items. These are pretty core. And these down here is gonna be flex items. So you have like Knight's Vow, you have locket. You can also opt into something like Mikhail's Blessing if they have a lot of CC, like Azaro or anything that's quite easy for you to cleanse away right away. If you need more healing, you can go for Redemption. If you need more tankiness, you can go for Frozen Heart. Since these 2 don't share the same passive of Rock Solid anymore, you can actually pair them together. So if they are very physical damage heavy, you can opt into Frozen Heart. So there's a lot of options now, but I would say this is just the core items. With these 2 boots, either of these 2 boots, and of course we go Slay. Let's not forget that. Slay, in my opinion, is just the best option, especially if you go Cosmic Insight. If you opted into a different secondary rune page, I would probably advise to go Bloodsong instead. It will be the second best option on Bard. It's quite easy to get the procs off, it still does a decent amount of damage, but I do think Slay is far more consistent and just far better. So yeah, not the longest guide since we try to stay on top of everything. But this is the updated runes, these are the updated items that I would be going currently. If you have any questions, once again, just hit me up in the comment field, guys. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the Summoner's Rift, right? Have a wonderful time. Bye.